and I want to talk to you today about living in a traumatic situation. Now, a lot of us that have been through trauma or had childhood trauma tend to, as we grow into adults, if we haven't truly dealt with that trauma, can end up in marriages or relationships or workplace situations that are very similar to our past traumas. And it can almost feel like you're being re-victimized all over again. If you struggle with PTSD or coping mechanisms like disassociation, you're going to find yourself being triggered a lot, having things that you thought were over happening again as coping mechanisms. And you wonder to yourself, is this healthy? Is this not healthy? Do I get out? Do I not get out? And when you're in the midst of trying to make that decision or trying to evaluate the current traumatic situation that you're in, you may find that you're confused. And people say, well, I can't make a decision. Well, that's part of trauma. Part of trauma is if I don't make a decision and I just stay still, maybe it won't happen again. But that's not realistic. And that's not healthy for you or the situation you're in. So there's a few things we can do. The first thing is we look at what you're being triggered about, first of all. If there is a certain thing that's continuously triggering you, then we want to deal with why that triggers you, where that trigger comes from. Is this something you need to work through from your past, or is this actually something that is currently traumatic that you cannot put up with any longer? So really digging into the triggering and where it's coming from and what the source of it is will help you figure out, this is happening currently and I just cannot stay in it anymore, or this is really a trigger from my past that I need to see somebody about and work through, and then I'll see if this current situation gets any better. So that's the way I would handle if you're being triggered in a certain situation, whether it's marriage, a workplace, friendship, whatever it is. The second thing you can do is figure out what is happening in the relationship. If it's a marriage, is something going on with this other person? Are they going through a period in their life where they're acting differently? Or is this something that they've been doing as long as you've known them, and now suddenly it's bothering you? So you have to dig into the source of the trigger. Who is the source? Are they doing things differently now, or have they changed their behavior? Is it a constant? Is it something that's just happened in the last few weeks? So all of those things have to be looked at and addressed as well. The third thing we need to do is you really need to talk it through with someone. You need to figure out what is coming from your past trauma, what is currently relevant, what is currently happening, and how are the two intermingling. And I'm not going to start the video over because I switched one word. Okay, I want to encourage you guys to do that too. If you make a mistake at something, just keep pushing through it. Just keep pushing through it. So that's just a little tidbit of a learning moment there. Back to the traumatic situation you're currently in. So what I want you to do is, first of all, I want you to know what your triggers are. I want you to figure out whether they're coming from your past, whether they're coming from the current situation, or if the two are intermingling, like the past is hitting the present and it's just going like that in your head and in your body. So that's the first part of it. The second part is to look into the individual, whether it's a spouse, the boss, the friend, and are they having something current happening in their life that's making them different or making them react a certain way to you. So we're going to look into that part of it. Then the third thing we're going to do is find somebody that we trust and we really know that they can give an objective opinion on this situation. It can't be somebody else that's involved. It can't be somebody that maybe has a dog in the race, so to speak. They have something to gain or lose by you making a certain decision. So you want to pick somebody who can be completely objective and completely just do what is best for your benefit to talk it through with, whether it's a therapist, friend, whatever. So those are the three things that I want you to first start looking at in order to know where to go with this situation. And I want to encourage you, if you work through this process as we're talking about it and you do the things that we're saying, write me an email. Shoot me an email. Shoot me a text. Get in touch with me. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram. You can message me on Messenger. Just look up my name and I'd be happy to respond to you about your current situation. So if you need help with this or anything else as far as trauma related, please contact me, Linda Vitti, at Linda Vitti's Life Coaching and Counseling, and follow us on Instagram, Facebook. Of course, subscribe to the YouTube channel and Pinterest, all of the places. So we'll see you next time, and thanks and God bless.